It's the end of February, the holiday high is gone. Your credit card statement from December just hit your inbox. And you're staring at a number that makes your stomach drop. You feel a pang of anxiety, a tightness in your chest. And your first thought is, I need to hustle more, I need to cut back. Sound familiar? Here's the thing, that feeling isn't just about the money. A recent study found that 43% of US adults say money negatively impacts their mental health. That tightness in your chest, that's your brain screaming that you have no leverage. No breathing room, no options. You're operating from a place of pure scarcity. My name is Alex, and I spend way too much time thinking about the psychology of money. And why smart people keep making the same exhausting financial mistakes. If you're someone who feels trapped by your bills, anxious about your next paycheck, make sure to hit subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Today, we're flipping the script. We're not talking about another boring budget. We're talking about a single, quiet mindset shift that can unlock more freedom. And power than a 50% raise. We're talking about why your first $5,000 shouldn't be a safety net, it should be your first freedom fund. Look, everyone tells you to build an emergency fund, save 3-6 months of expenses. It's personal finance 101, and on paper it's not wrong. But in practice, for most people starting out, it's a psychological trap. Think about it, what's the feeling behind an emergency fund? Fear, anxiety, dread. You're piling up cash for the day your car explodes, you get sick, or you lose your job. It's a defensive, scarcity-minded move. You're building a moat around a castle. You don't even own yet. You sock away $100 here, $200 there, and it just sits there lifeless. It doesn't work for you, and every time you look at it, you don't feel powerful. That money is tied to your fear of loss. So when a real opportunity comes, you say, I can't touch my emergency fund. That fund becomes a cage. You feel like you're one bad day away from it disappearing. Now you might be thinking, Alex, are you seriously telling me not to have an emergency fund? No, I'm telling you to rename it, reframe it, and redefine its purpose. The Freedom Fund isn't for emergencies. It's for opportunity, it's for leverage. This is where it gets really interesting. This isn't just semantics, it's behavioral finance. Our money decisions are rarely just about math. They're shaped by emotions and stories. When you have a traditional emergency fund, you're likely operating from a scarcity mindset. You see money as finite, opportunities as rare, and your goal is just to not lose. This mindset makes you risk-averse in the worst possible way. You are averse to the risks that could actually pay off. The Freedom Fund triggers an abundance mindset. The money is no longer just for bad things. It's your personal leverage. It's what allows you to avoid specific traps. The toxic job trap. It's the cushion that lets you walk away from a soul-crushing job without needing the next paycheck lined up. The opportunity cost trap. This is huge. Millionaires think in terms of opportunity cost. They ask, what am I giving up by spending this money? The herd mentality trap. When everyone is panicking, your Freedom Fund lets you act on your own conviction, not fear. This fund lets you seize an opportunity without going into debt. That's an offensive move. This shift changes you from a passive passenger in your financial life to the pilot. It's the difference between playing not to lose and playing to win. Okay, Alex, you're thinking, it sounds cool, but it's just a feeling. Where's the math? Let's talk math. Here's what most people don't realize. The real power isn't just the $5,000. It's the options that $5,000 purchases. Let's look at 3 examples. Example 1, the career jump. You hate your job. A $1,500 certification course would qualify you for a role that pays $15,000 more a year. Without the Freedom Fund, you delay, you save slowly, you lose motivation. With the Freedom Fund, you enroll this weekend. Your return on investment in year 1, 900%. That's not an expense. That's the best investment you'll ever make. Example 2, the side hustle launch. You want to start a service business. Without the fund, you go into debt. With it, you buy tools outright and earn pure profit from day 1. Example 3, on the strategic investment. When the market pulls back, you use your fund to buy great assets on sale. You're not timing the market, you're using your liquidity to buy when others are fearful. That's how wealth is built. The point is, the $5,000 stops being dead money. It becomes active capital. For your biggest wealth-building asset, yourself. So how do you build this? Not with deprivation and misery. We're not just cutting Starbucks, we're playing a smarter game. Here's the simple path. Phase 1, the $1,000 seed. Action, get hyper-aware, track every dollar for 30 days. Find the leaks, you'll instantly find $100 to $300 per month in gray spending. The negotiation win, you can often negotiate bills like medical fees or banking charges. One call could save you $500, that's freedom fund money. The goal is to automate a weekly transfer into a separate high-yield savings account. Don't touch it. Phase 2 is the $5,000 ignition, the side quest. Use one skill to generate extra cash. Commit 80% of all side hustle income directly to the fund. The 72-hour rule, for any non-essential purchase over $100, impose a 72-hour waiting period. Most of the urge will pass and that money goes to the fund. Mindset change, stop saying I'm saving for emergencies. Start saying I'm building my leverage. You've hit $5,000, congratulations. Now the most important rule. This is not spending money, this is strategic deployment capital. Create a simple rule. You can only use it for things that increase your earning power or remove a massive, recurring source of stress. Once you deploy it, you immediately go back and rebuild it. This fund is a perpetual engine. And once this engine is humming, then you build the classic 3 to 6 month expense fund on the side. Now you have 2 layers, a thick defensive base and an offensive strike fund. Look, the goal isn't just to be debt-free, the goal is freedom. The goal is to wake up and make choices because you want to, not because you have to. $5,000 as an emergency fund is a plan to stay where you are. $5,000 as a freedom fund is a plan to get where you want to be. This week, open that separate account. Name it Leverage in your bank app. Move $50 into it right now. That's you telling your old mindset we're doing things differently. If this video shifted your perspective, do 2 things for me. Hit the thumbs up. It tells the algorithm this stuff matters, and subscribe. In the comments, tell me, what's the first thing you'd use your freedom fund for? My name is Alex, I'll see you in the next video.